grab your cup. The way that you are in relationships now at 40, 50, 60 years old, the way that you are, meaning, do you openly share yourself or do you block your emotions? Do you get defensive or are you able to hear constructive feedback? Do you need a lot of alone time, or do you like to always be together? The way that you are now, those are some examples, but there's so many ways of how we show up in relationships, right? That all gets determined right at the very first years of life. So the way that you realized it was okay to be around your family, the earliest relationships with whoever was giving you care, your parents or anyone else, however that went is how your relationships are going now. So we learn what's okay and what's not okay. So we call that attachment styles. Every human being needs to attach. We're vulnerable when we're babies and young children. We need people for survival, and we have a basic human need to be loved. So we attach. We attach however we can to whomever's there. So the attachment style is what I'm talking about. And there are a couple of different kinds of attachment styles, but it's the way that you learn how to attach to people. So however that was when you were very, very young is how it is now, unless you do something to change it. If you realize that your attachment style is not great and has caused problems in your relationships. So let me give you an example of one. The avoidant attachment style. That's someone who avoids talking about anything that's a problem. They're like, I don't want to talk about that right now. Nope, we're not going there. They would rather have it be a big lump of crap under the rug and never pick the rug up, even though everybody can see the lump, everybody can smell it, but we're not picking the rug up. That's an avoidant attachment. They need a lot of alone time. So people who have an avoidant attachment style might occur as very similar to people who have narcissistic tendencies, but it's actually different because of the intention behind it. People with narcissistic tendencies are looking to have power oftentimes over the other person. By bullying them or shaming them or demanding their way, they feel more powerful. A person with avoidant attachment is not looking to have power over the other person. They're just looking to feel safe. They either had the experiences when they were very young of caregivers who were not available. They had to just be on their own and learn to feel safe on their own because parents were working a lot, or their parents had their own attachment style, which was not super affectionate, not giving them a lot of nurturing. So that person learns, well, the way that I attach to other people is I'm going to follow that example and I'm going to rely on myself. And I'm not going to, maybe when they expressed emotions or upset, it wasn't well received. So they learned to stop doing that. So there's avoidant attachment, which I just talked about. There is anxious attachment, which is somebody who needs a lot of attachment. They're always like, they're calling you 5 times a day. They want to have a lot of closeness. They are anxious when you're separate. What's so interesting, I think, is that oftentimes people with avoidant attachment and people with anxious attachment wind up together, which you can see how that would be upsetting, right? Because the anxious person is always needing the feedback, the closeness, feeling safe by being together. And the avoidant person needs a lot of alone time. When there's too much togetherness, they feel a little bit strangled, like that. What's really good news is when you understand your attachment style and you see how it got created, you can change it. You can change it. It's just a way that you learn to feel safe in your body and to feel safe with what's going on. But if it's brought issues in your relationships, if you want to feel closer, but you always end up avoiding because that's your go-to, you can change those styles. It takes some work. In the Return to You program, return to you means really returning to you and who you want to be and who you were meant to be, rather than living by the default mechanisms, the default automatic styles in a lot of ways, not just your attachment styles, but your communication styles, the way that you take on things in the world at work, etc. All of that, if it's not serving you and it's not authentic to you and how you want to be, you can learn a different way. So I did a masterclass a couple of months ago now on relationships that talked about all the different styles, what to look for, and then some ways that you could break them. If you're interested in having that masterclass, just put relationships in the comments and I'll send you the link to the replay so that you can watch that. And if you are looking to create different relationships now going forward, learning how to return to yourself and to break those patterns, because they don't just stop. It's automatic. It's your default. It's your default until you teach your nervous system and you rewire different ways of thinking. Okay? So put relationships in the comments and I'll send you that link and we can talk and connect after that if you would like to do that. Have a good day.